Testing. Good morning, everyone. Woo, were you already sleeping? Did you not sleep last night? You didn't sleep? It's all the PhD students and the masters and all these things that you guys are studying towards that's making you not sleep. I need to hear some life in you. Good morning, everyone. Yes, you see, I even have whistles happening. My goodness, it's December. Not yet, but we're almost there. Good morning again. I love that. Do it again. Good morning. You're making me so happy this morning, and it is Friday, Anish. Yeah, it's going to go down in the weekend. I'm sure people are going to go in, and some of us are just going to go and rest. Is that not why we're here? We're here to represent innovation. A round of applause. Yes, please. Now, it is a great honor, I must say, to be here with all of you today at the UNISA Innovation Festival Awards for 2024. Are you guys excited? We're here to celebrate. We're not here to be bored. We're here to celebrate. So let's celebrate. My name is Nokolo Fani, and I am the founder and CEO of Phenomenal Light, or what we like to call PL Construction. PL Construction is a company that's focused on servicing and restoring and maintaining concrete infrastructure in the construction and mining industries, right? Now, we've worked on some pretty massive billion-rand projects, ladies and gentlemen. So you're in good hands here. I've handled some big money. I think my mic is off. Can you hear me? Okay, so while doing that, we're working hard to keep up with the great amount of concrete innovation being introduced and researched constantly. Now, of course, being a woman in pretty male-dominated industries, you can imagine I have to be innovative in almost everything I do, right? But I'll have you know, I'm very passionate about youth and innovation. And in my entrepreneurial journey, I'm consciously making efforts to innovate and build tools in that space as well to enhance our education as a country. Now, I have authored a journal as well filled with insights and tools learned along my own journey titled Legacy Blueprint, which I am working very hard to distribute in the new year. So again, I think you're in safe hands, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we kick it off, today, I am your guide through this exciting celebration of creativity and ingenuity in the spirit of innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, visionaries and dreamers, welcome again to the UNISA Innovation Festival Awards. We, of course, have left the best for last. Excuse me. You have gathered this week participants to history in the making. Let us pause and reflect on the significance of being here in this moment and what it means for each of us. You are not just participants in this room. We have architects of tomorrow, intentional agents of history. Now, Steve Biko once said, we have availed ourselves to history to work through us. This profound truth invites us to realize that we are not passive travelers in the story of humanity. Instead, we each have a role to play, being active storytellers, crafting the narrative of our time. Each choice, each action, and each moment of creativity today will ripple into the future, shaping legacies that we may never witness, but have to envision nonetheless. Now, I have to warn you, as deep as that may sound, this isn't just another formal event, ladies and gentlemen. It's a space where I said brilliance is about to meet boldness, where ideas that challenge the norm are being celebrated, and yes, where we all get to clap excessively with no judgment at all. So let's keep the energy high, the smiles bright, and make this day one to remember. Okay, our house rules before we go on. I'm sure we have bathrooms. I just didn't ask. I'm supposed to be telling you where the bathrooms are. So can I get some help? It's that way? There, you see? Women for women. She's giving me direction without shouting. So the bathrooms are that side on my right. It might probably be on your left since you're facing me. And the other thing that I want us to do, I mean, we're living in a social media time, so it would be nice that when you take pictures, when you share the pictures, that you write hashtag UNISA Innovation Festival, right? Or UniFest 2024. I'll be doing the same. I'll be joining you. Don't worry, you're not alone. Now, we are on day 5, as I said, the last day of the Innovation Festival. We saw innovators young and old, no, not old, mature. Throughout the week, yes, it's not old. I'm now past 35. I cannot be making such statements. No longer youth, but I'm mature. Throughout the week, come together to showcase and pitch their innovations to industry leaders. Now today we reveal which innovators have come out on top. Are we ready? Okay. So as we go through the program, I'm going to be sharing some facts with you, which are important to share. So as a matter of fact, the first one is the DITTC, which stands for the Directorate for Innovation, Technology Transfer and Commercialization, was established in 2012. And when it was established, it set out to be a bridge between bright ideas and impactful implementation. Think of them as the superheroes of innovation, always working to turn dreams into reality. But as every entrepreneur, myself included, even superheroes face kryptonite. In this case, it's mostly funding. Do we not know it? Funding for innovation in South Africa can feel like looking for water during load shedding. Hidden, elusive, and requiring divine intervention at times. But that's where the DITTC comes in, fighting the good fight, to connect innovators with the resources that they need. Their existence is a testament to the hustle, grit, and determination it takes to build something meaningful in this landscape. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to appreciate them, right? Let's appreciate their mission and also celebrate every entrepreneur who has made it through the labyrinth of red tape to get their ideas off the ground. After all, it's not about just finding water, ladies and gentlemen. It's about building the well that keeps everyone hydrated for the long haul, is it not? I'm really kicking it off now, okay? To kick it off, we have a powerhouse leader joining us today. He is a visionary and someone who believes in the power of innovation to transform lives. Please join me in welcoming the Executive Director of Research, Innovation and Commercialization at UNISA, Prof. Les Labuschachen. Am I saying it right? As he comes up with over a decade of experience in higher education, this gentleman here has earned a reputation as a strategic thinker and dynamic leader in research management and innovation. I need you in my corner. I think we need to talk. Known for fostering collaborative partnerships and driving impactful initiatives, Les is committed to creating environments where individuals and teams can thrive. And his vision for growth and excellence inspires those around him, making him a trailblazer in academia and innovation. Over to you, Professor.
For that introduction. Is the mic working? Yeah, it doesn't. There we go. That sounds much better. Right. Colleagues, on the program, it shows that the welcoming is going to take half an hour. But as you can figure out, I am not Professor Lenkabula, and I'm not going to take half an hour welcoming you to the event. Right. I'm sure all of you are very tired of speeches at this stage. It's been 5 long days. You've heard a lot of people talk, and I'm sure you want to celebrate rather than listen to more and more people go on about the importance of innovation. Now, I think my role today is just to welcome everybody to this event and just to recognize the VIPs in our midst. So first of all, Mr. Lincoln Marley, the CEO, Lesaka Technologies, who is going to do the keynote address today. And I have been told that it is going to be a very exciting keynote address. So we definitely look forward to that. Then the program director, full of energy. I really like it. Ms. Fani, the CEO of Phenomenal Light. And as you can see, it takes a lot more than just having a good idea to head up a large company. Right, you must have that energy. It must come from inside of you and how you come across. So we really appreciate you being here today. Thank you. Right, then Professor Tenji Mehiwa, our Vice Principal for Research, Innovation, Postgraduate Studies and Commercialization. And I think part of what we do at UNISA, we see how long we can make these titles. Right, so we try and put everything in there. So it's under her guidance and her leadership that these initiatives take place. And also, welcome, Prof. We really appreciate you making time available. I know you've got a hectic week this week, but being here just demonstrates your commitment to what we are doing and to innovation, so we really appreciate it. Right, to the colleagues of the city of Tshwane, a main stakeholder that have been with us on this journey and have really also contributed a lot to creating the environment and the space. And as we heard earlier in this week from the Executive Mayor, their commitment to innovation, which I think is very exciting. So we're in the right place at the right time, and the opportunities are definitely there. Right, to the colleagues from other institutions, members of the adjudication panel, UNISA colleagues, but most importantly, to the UNISA students. Right, without you, there would be no purpose of having an event like this. Right, it's about you, that is why we are here. This whole week is about why we are here. So we really appreciate you making the effort. It's been a long journey. Just this week, I think, has been a long week for all of you. So it's really great to have you here. And I hope everybody feels welcome, that UNISA is their home, and that they are in a space where they can live out their ideas and get the support to take things to the next level. So colleagues, welcome, and do enjoy the morning. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Professor Les. What a powerful way to set the tone for today. I feel like I've... hold on, sorry. Technology sometimes, guys. There we go. Okay, so thank you so much, Professor Les, and for greeting everyone. You know, I'm still to learn how to do the proper, you know, they do the all protocol observed, and then you must teach me how to do that a bit better. I still need a lot of practice. So thank you for covering that so nicely for us today, in terms of all the people that are here and are doing such amazing work. And that's why we're here. Next, we have someone also who truly embodies the spirit of curiosity and innovation, Professor Thenjiwe Meyiwa. She will share the context of this incredible festival and how it's helping to shape the future. And just to warn you, after listening to her, you might leave here ready to start your own startup, eh? Or at least try to patent a brilliant idea from your dreams. Huh? Wink, wink. Professor Thenjiwe Meyiwa is the Vice Principal in Driving Excellence in Research, Postgraduate Education and Innovation. She fosters collaboration between academia, industry, and government to translate research into impactful, applications, emphasizing commercialization and societal impact or benefit. Isn't that why we innovate? We innovate because we want to make sure that whatever it is we're innovating is going to have a benefit to society. Now, with her leadership, UNISA is positioned as a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship, empowering its students and researchers to contribute meaningfully to Africa's growth and beyond. So let's give her a warm round of applause.
Wow, she has so much energy. Can concur with Prof. Less about that. Program director, how do you match that? I don't even want to try. Thank you for ushering me in. Mr. Lincoln Mali, I couldn't believe that he was going to come, so I asked Ayanda again this morning, is he indeed coming? This was 5 a.m., and of course responded 2 hours later. I'm not going to acknowledge you all. I'm riding on Prof. Labusachne's stated protocols that were enunciated, but I must quickly acknowledge the department Prof. Les is leading, as well as the DITCC, and including our partners. I see them around. This week has been marvelous, with the city of Tshwane and the municipality really gracing us in a manner that I've never seen before. They're upping their game, so we've got to up our game to Prof. Les. Good morning. That's where I should have started. Sanbonan. It's the third festival. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Steve Jobs once said, I quote, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." we have a leader in Noxolo. Thanks, Noxolo, and we couldn't have gotten a better program director here. I didn't see on Wednesday at the construction awards why we're not there. We have to talk. Yeah. I'm actually following you. Today, as we gather to celebrate the culmination of UNISA Innovation Festival, it is clear that we are in the presence of leaders. I liked what you make reference to earlier in terms of the boldness meeting the brilliance. You know, we have individuals whose creativity, tenacity, and brilliance indeed push the boundaries of what is possible. We have crazy people. I like innovators because they're crazy people. Unless you're crazy, you won't make it. You will hear when you get to have a keynote speaker acknowledge you say so much. I'm still in awe that you agreed to come and live all your busy life. This event now, which is a hallmark, ladies and gentlemen, is UNISA's and our portfolio's commitment in ensuring that innovation and entrepreneurship showcases are extraordinarily capacitated at the university with the help, of course, of the likes of TIA, the City of Tshwane. We have colleagues here from all these areas, as well as the other industries that support us. It is through these collective efforts that we have with the partners that pitching such sessions, those that will have experienced it throughout the week by our staff and students, exhibitions of cutting-edge technologies that we've seen throughout this week, and impactful conversations, being reminded that this is where we are saying that it must, whatever we're doing, impact, transformation. Otherwise, you may as well go home in whatever research and innovation you're doing if it doesn't impact. Therefore, I want to use your bold. We boldly declare that UNISA is open for business. Oh, yes. Thank you. We now not only just regarding ourselves as an academic excellence driving university, but also a major driver of innovation in South Africa. Watch this space. I don't want to talk too much about the excitement that's coming up. Those that have seen us in the media for wrong reasons as an institution, exams, we've actually dusted them all. Oh, yes. Right now. The first time ever, and I must actually thank my colleagues and the innovation that's related to that, some of which comes from our students. Next year, we shall be talking of a proctoring that comes from our students in terms of how we deal with their experiences, lived experiences have brought about innovation that's going to make us see and improve more and more. Let me just take this moment, of course, to express gratitude. I know that Prof. Les has expressed gratitude. I must express gratitude to him. He's been very open in accepting ideas and not just pushing things away, and hence we see this and many others that we've spoken about in the past in terms of innovations that we're seeing, the academy that we launched this year, and that Research Development Academy that we launched amongst other initiatives that is come up with, and the organizing team. I know that probably the closing remarks shall be hearing this. I'm sorry I'm taking longer than I'd planned to take, but I must acknowledge colleagues. They've worked tirelessly throughout the year for us to get to this kind of climax, epitome. Your unwavering commitment, colleagues, and hard work in organizing this festival, in the thoughts that you've put, has ensured the growth, the prominence, the excellence, and the ability to attract the attention that this year we're actually attracting we've never seen before. I see that there's a lot of coming through the X. I'm still stuck with the Twitter from your phone. Something is happening there, Noxolo, thanks. Yeah. This year we've witnessed remarkable progress, colleagues, I must say, and that these progress have been seen through the kind of speakers that we've attracted yesterday and this week. Like Prof. Les said, we've had both the mayor and the city manager for the first time coming, despite their busy schedules. And canceling the appointments. For us, wow, we've got to shape up much more and ensure that we don't disappoint them. So we're looking ahead to exploring more of these partnerships and not disappoint. Today is a celebration. I like what you said. Let's just celebrate And let's talk, of course, the talk that's important is your CEO that you're coming up with Mr. Malin. And therefore, this ambition very much aligns with the university strategy, I must say, because the VC will not be happy with me and not making mention of this, because what we do, we want to believe it exists for the benefit of the society, because we are a university that shapes futures in the service of humanity. We're celebrating, we're reaffirming our purpose to innovate and innovate for impact. Last week I was with Prof, with our DM, Deputy Minister, for the work that's done at the College of Science, Engineering and Technology, and it's good to see our epitome of all of this kind of work, Prof. Today, let's celebrate, let us remember that innovation is not just about technological advancement, but it's about reimagining the possibilities. What is possible? Drawing from our lived experiences, as our two keynote speakers this week have actually made reference to. Congratulations to all our award recipients. Congratulations to those that participated in the process. Thank you for your dedication, your ideas, your leadership in your projects. We all leaders, for your creativity, for the collaboration that you've had to make with your colleagues, your peers, for your ideas, for your commitment, for your excellence, for your boldness. And indeed, we want to say you are the leaders, all of you, and we will continue to distinguish us as UNISA and our partners as we saying that we want to be pioneering in transforming innovation and making us to have a kind of innovation that makes impact felt. May this festival remain a beacon of inspiration for years to come. Gyalebuha, Gyabonga, Dolibua, thank you. Thank you.
It's really just reminding us again, it's all about impact, you know, else we might as well go home. If what is being innovated and all this work that's being put in, and UNISA working so hard to a point where here we are, we've got the mayor and, you know, all these big people. Next year we'll have #1 here. Huh? We put it out into the universe that next year we'll have the president of South Africa here. We must work towards it. I'm going to actually have that conversation. He needs to come. And now it's time to switch gears, ladies and gentlemen. We need a bit of entertainment. I was actually told to use the other mic. Yes, guys, I'm very bad with this one. You see, I'm a loud child. I grew up in a very loud household. Can you hear me? Is that better? Yeah, I grew up in a very loud household. Lots of laughter, lots of noise. So I think I might be overpowering this other mic here. So you guys can switch it off. So as I said, we're actually going to switch gears a little bit, right? So we're going to enjoy a little bit of entertainment, because what's a celebration without some fun and joy, ladies and gentlemen? So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We're introducing right now the comedian, I hope I'm going to say this right, Carvin. Is it Carvin? Carvin Goldstone. Please take it away.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Are you good? Yes. Prof. Mia, thank you for having me in your place then. Prof. Labba Skachni, or as they say in Australia, Labba Shane. My name is Carvin Goldstone. Happy to be here. For those of you who are looking at me and thinking, this face looks familiar, but I'm not sure from where. I'll tell you why I look familiar. Someone said to me earlier, you look like Will Smith, but from Temu. Because when you see the picture and it comes, you're like, did I order this? Well, this is what you got, everybody. Yes, my name is Carvin H. Goldstone. My last name is Goldstone. I would like to consider myself a product of innovation, because usually Goldstone is a Jewish name, but voila. What happened? How did I get here? I'll tell you a quick story. My great-grandfather was Jewish, but let's just say he was mixing it up. He married a Zulu woman. Any Zulu people in the house? Yeah, these are my mothers right here. Hello, Mom. Aren't you proud I made it to university? Take photos. Yeah, he was a Jew. My grandmother was a Zulu, and we were the first South African family of Zulus. I met King Goodwill Zwelithini once upon a time, and I was telling this, and he was so excited, and he kept calling me, hey, you, Zulu, you must just stay there. I'm the Zulu king. So very quickly, for those of you who are wondering why we're having some comedy, comedy is good for innovation. It makes you relax. It makes the body release. And if you're married, let me just say, any married people here? Married people in the house? Comedy is fantastic. Gentlemen, it makes the body release endorphins, happy hormones, puts you in the mood. Guys, you won't have to do nothing after that. All the work will be done. You just shh. Don't even talk. Don't mess up the good work. Oh, as that's just flowing, you just have to relax. But if that's not enough, you can also get music. We might have music later. Any music lovers in the house? Woo! Especially for romance, music. Laughing, on top of laughing, music. But guys, gentlemen, be careful. Do not play music that raises your wife's expectations too high. Are you listening to me? Don't play music that you can't do. Let's take my advice, but take all of it. Laughter, music, but not music. Don't go home and start playing all night long. When you know yourself, you know 1 Minute Man is your number. Ding, ding. In fact, there's certain singers I don't even like. I won't lie. Anyone like Bruno Mars, the singer Bruno Mars? Make some noise. Yeah, I hate him. And every man should hate him because Bruno is offering your wife things in music that you can't give, sir. I'm telling you now. He's talking about things like Versace on the floor. Ha! What you got by your house? CTM tiles. When he first came out, I knew this guy's a problem. When he started singing songs, I'll catch a grenade for you. I was like, that's too far. Catch a grenade? What? South African ladies looking for men who catch grenades? No. And I grew up in Newland Seas. It's like a colored community in Durban. And all the girls around me were colored. I could never say to them, baby, me, I'll what? Where's it? I'll pluck it out the sky. I'll catch a grenade for you. She looked at me. You gonna catch a grenade for me? And then your hand blows up. And you got another excuse not to work. Don't catch a grenade, go catch a job. So I'm really excited to be here at UNISA. I did apply, but you know, you guys don't even have a process where you can explain yourself, like. You know, like a little office, you could say, no, we had four maths teachers. That's why. And the teachers were just leaving, so we didn't do trigonometry at all. And where's the researchers? Researchers, make some noise. If you've been researching for a long time, I understand. You loved studying so much. You said, why must I go do the job? I can just stay here. My wife is a researcher. She works in medical research, and her parents are very disappointed because they thought she's going to be a doctor. And I explained to them she is a doctor, but she's just, they want a place they can send their friends to. Go there, but my daughter should make you well. You can't send them to the MRC. Go to MRC, she'll see you. So it's quite fun to be here, and I must say I flew up. I flew up from Durban. I don't like to fly, not because I'm scared to fly. Who's flown domestically? I just want to see if most of us or some of yes. The seats, they don't fit everyone. I don't know if you noticed. It's just me. Am I the only one who noticed that? And it's a weird thing because they're actually designed to fit everyone. So. And usually when I step in the plane, especially if I'm flying long distance and I walk in, and you know, being a big guy, well, I identify as skinny just so you just want to know. Don't call me fat guy. I identify as skinny. So you can say I'm trans fat. So, and whenever I step on the plane, the people around me always like, as soon as they see me coming down the aisle, if they got an empty seat, they look away. But I don't know why, because the seat number is the seat number. If it's you, it's you. No looking away. I'm not going to say, oh, sorry, you don't want me. And so sometimes you get to fly, and I was flying international, and the worst seat for those, you just came back from New York, the worst seat to fly is the middle one, because the middle of the middle, woo! And I ended up the middle, and then there was an empty seat, and then the other side of me, Prof, there was another Labaskachni, but a real one. When I see Labaskachni, I don't think a small guy. I always think, hey, my bro, Labaskachni. And he was there, and we had the seat in between us. And the plane was filling up, and we're looking at each other, and we're thinking, hey, because now we can both do with the extra space. So as the plane filled up, I looked at him, he looked at me, and we said, we're going to take this land. He was experienced. That was my first time taking. And so there we realized that we released, because the whole time we were pulling ourselves, making ourselves small in the seat. As soon as we realized, no, we're sitting high, papa. The love handles popped out, stomach hit the tray. Oh, we were relaxed. And then while we were sitting, we noticed a guy walking in last minute. Any last minute flyers there? Those people that don't know where they're supposed to. There we go. They never know where they're supposed to sit. 45, 60, 70. No, and then the attendant said, sorry, sir, can I see a ticket? And she looks at it, and we were sitting there, and she said, that's your seat there. And he said, where? And she said, there, sir, there. Because there was only 3 heads in the 4-seater, but it was full. There was no space, and I could see she's saying there, and I could see. And he said, sir, that's your seat. And he walked over to us. And Sardi said, I'm sitting here. I can hear he's from India. He's traveling long. Sir, can I sit here, please? And the guy sitting, the Labaskachni, he just moved in a little bit. No one's getting up here. Everyone's just pulling themselves into the chair. And he tried to squeeze past, and then he wanted to sit down, but we had already closed the gap. So when he sat, he didn't hit the chair. We caught him. This plane had not even taken off, and this man was already airborne. I just wanted to say it's always nice when in an organization you have what I'm going to call very safe team events. I worked in a company where they decided one year as a team event, we are going to swim the mid-mile. For those of you not familiar, you swim across a dam. Are you familiar with Professor Labaskachni? And you know, the thing is, I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called imposter syndrome, where you feel like you're not supposed to be there. For whatever reason, it's like something I went to this school, or I did this in my life, or my father was, and you just feel like, and so that imposter syndrome sometimes can make you push yourself forward to things you're not supposed to. Like they said, we're all going to go swim, and I know I can't swim. I know. But I was feeling that pressure. And they said, are you going to join us? I said, yes. And then I thought, whoa, what's going to happen there? And I went. I'm not sure, has anyone ever swam like across a dam or a mid-mile kind of race? Anyone? No one? Yes, just one person? Oh, yes, of course. And let me just say this. I got there and everyone was dressed in Speedos and that thing is not for all of us, guys. The Speedos it's like an underpants, just like that. That's normal, but for us. And I got a big stomach, so the stomach was hanging over the Speedo. It looked like I had nothing on walking around there. You had to look very closely. And then the race started, and there we were. And everyone said, okay, let's go. And as the race started, you know, if you can't swim really, because there's a difference between being able to swim and being able to not drown. You know what I'm saying? Some of us just know how to not drown. Swimming across, woo! And so there I was now, the water, and it's just splashing. I thought, let me dive. And as I dive, I realized, hi, there's still ground here. Let me walk more. That's how much I didn't know what I was doing. And then the race was gone. And I'm going. And in my mind, hi, I'm doing this. I'm not drowning. But when I look up eventually, people are gone. I can even hear the announcements being made. And yeah, they come in. It's the first 7-year-olds that have arrived. I'm like, yo, even the small children are there. And so I'm thinking, what I'm going to do, this team events, I don't want to embarrass my team. And then they sent a boat. I see a boat coming towards me. And I see the boat, and the guy says, hello, sir. Hello. He's like, jump in the boat. I'm like, no, I'm fine. He's like, sir, please jump in a boat. And I wasn't being difficult for the sake of it. Has anyone tried to jump in a boat from water? Woo! That boat was rocking like this, trying to I thought I was going to sink everyone that day. Eventually, he tipped me in the boat, and he says, sir, I have to take you back to the front. I said, no, just drop me. But just before the end, just before. And I just swam towards. He says, no, I have to start at the beginning. I said, why? He says, that's the rules. And let me just say, that should have been a lesson to me. Because when I arrived, I walked around, everyone was finished. They have a braai afterwards, you might know. And people were already emptying the coal. You know when it's finished, when people are emptying the coal. And they're like, what happened? And now they're thinking, hey, no, I just had a cramp. So the second time they came around, I went to learn to swim. Anyone learn to swim as an adult? Yo, there we go. Well done. Because it takes a lot of bravery to learn, especially when the children are putting you under. Come, mommy, come swim. Hey! Come, mommy. One of the challenges of moving to a suburb is that you have to send your kids to these schools, these suburban schools. And let me just warn you, those who are thinking of doing it, they want school fees. They actually want that money. Because in the township, the school fees, it's like, it's a suggestion, like, if you don't pay right, so let's say these schools don't hear that. Woo! And then you go to that school and then they teach the children. They even say to me, we're going to teach a child to swim, Mr. Goldstown. We're going to teach him backstroke and butterfly. I said, we don't need all that. When you're going to use that? Now you're in trouble. Where's my butterfly? Wah-pa-pa-pa. I said, no, we only wipe their face, except the white children. Teacher says, don't wipe. Blink. We're like, blink? She's like, yes, blink, everyone, blink. We're like, blink? Has that been the difference all along? We are out. And white children are just doing this. For 2 weeks, he walked around the house doing this. I said, what are you doing? He says, I'm swimming. Thank you, guys. I'll see you for a short while in a bit. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow, Carvin. I just can't. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I know. Yo, I know. I'm learning as an adult, because I'm an adult, that I must stop leaning over and touching people when I laugh. And I struggled because I used to pinch, actually, literally. I love to laugh. And when I laugh too hard, I end up pinching people. That was in school. It was so bad. And so now growing up, I had to learn you can't pinch random strangers. If you're sitting next to me, I'll be hitting you because I can't stop laughing. So you got me. I kept touching her thigh the whole entire time. Thank you so much. It was absolutely amazing. Another round of applause for Carvin. And so it's time, after that amazing session of entertainment, for today's keynote speaker. And let me just say, you're in for a treat, all right? Mr. Lincoln Marley, CEO of Lesaka Technologies, is a leader who understands the magic of turning challenges into opportunities. With his extensive experience and passion for growth, we couldn't have asked for a better speaker to inspire us today, okay? Now, Mr. Mali is a key player in fintech and financial inclusion in Southern Africa. With over 25 years in banking and fintech, he is a seasoned expert in leadership and business performance, a mentor and author. Lincoln is passionate about youth development, and I love that. I absolutely love that. And ethical leadership. We all know we need ethical leadership, don't we? Okay. Everything fine? Am I being too loud again? Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. We're safe.
His initiatives, Mr. Lincoln, include Leadership Foundation, support education and underserved communities, aligning his professional success with societal impact. And we keep talking about that. And this is one of those human beings, one of those men who are doing the work behind making sure that that impact is actually there. Please come up. Welcome. Let's, a round of applause, please. A big one, a big one. The stage is yours.
Good morning, everybody. Dumelang, Sanbonani, Molweni, Tobella, Masheroni, More Almal, Salam alaikum, salam, Namaste. I'm teaching you things about your own country. Whilst we are just setting up, I think he's crazy. I think he's absolutely crazy. Can I ask her to give him another huge round of applause? Yo, Mr. Goldstone, if I was not doing what I do, I would be in comedy. I love having people laugh and people enjoying themselves, and I think people underestimate the job that comedians do. I didn't know about the other parts that you explained. Obviously, I will explore them, later. The other ones on love and laughter and whatever. But I think generally, the people who bring so much joy to others are such a blessing to many of us. So well done, sir. Prof, thank you so much for having me. It is an honor for me to be here. Prof. Labuskaghni, thank you also for being here, the faculty, and then these amazing entrepreneurs, researchers, and people who are going to win awards today. The record for the longest speech in South Africa is held by a politician who's no longer with us, who, after speaking for 3 days, said, "Madam Speaker, there concludes my opening remarks." So I don't have an aim to match or exceed that record. What I do want to do today is to tell stories. I come from a generation of storytellers. So what I can do is to try and tell a story. And I hope that somewhere in my story, there can be something that can resonate with you as innovators, you as researchers, and you as entrepreneurs. At 18 years old, I was expelled from school. I was in and out of jail. I was trying to leave the country. I was part of a group of very angry young people. When I got to university, I got a suspended expulsion. But today, I stand at a university, and the biggest university on this continent, being a CEO of a NASDAQ-listed company, a husband, and a published author, which means that it is possible for you to take yourself from where you are to where you want to be. I am here as a beneficiary of the benevolence of others who saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And when my father said to me, "One day you'll go to Harvard," my answer to him is that we want guns. We want stones. Dude, we are fighting. And he said to me, it's not the size of the stone you can throw against the police that will make the fundamental difference. It's not the potency of the petrol bomb you can throw against the army. It is the quality of education that you get. It's the soundness of the principles and values you uphold. It is you being the epitome of the future you want to fight for. That was the most profound conversation in my life. The second most profound conversation in my life happened when Professor Clay Christensen lectured us and challenge us with this question: how will you measure your life? How will you measure your life? And these two conversations have really shaped who I am, and hopefully the story that I'm going to tell will be anchored in these two conversations, and hopefully it will resonate with you. So what I want to talk about today is the notion of, if you can have the slides on the thingamabob. So what I hope today I can hopefully in the conversation and the stories try to put out is that innovation is not synonymous with technology. It's synonymous with change. It's synonymous with different thinking. It's synonymous with creating things that are new and challenging the status quo. But it's also about understanding problems you want to solve. And how do you want to solve them by yourself or with others? And then if you want to do it for commercial purposes, how do you move from that? You can also have the ability to solve those problems as a researcher for research's sake. And that's okay. But if you wanted to have impact in society, how do you think differently? And you want to commercialize, how do you think differently? All of these things hopefully will come as part of the story I will be telling. So I want to start off by, why do we need innovation for impact? Why is it that Prof and others thought it was important to talk about innovation for impact? There's a lot of innovation that goes on in the world, but there's a finite type of innovation that's got to do with impact. We have the most unequal country in the world. We remain the most unequal society in the world. And this is not sustainable. This is not sustainable. So for me, I worked in an organization for 20 years called the Standard Bank Group. And I was very happy there, very challenged. I worked across the continent. Until one day I got a call to go to a company. And everybody asked the question, why would you leave 20 years of Standard Bank at the most senior level and go to a company that at the time was unprofitable? It was burning cash and it had a damaged reputation. Why would you do this to yourself? And you as entrepreneurs, I'm sure you get a lot of those questions. Why are you doing what you're doing? Mara told me, why? Why are you doing this? There has to be a why in your answer that's clear to you. It might not be clear to others. So for me, the answer was simple. I love a challenge. I love a challenge. And the challenge that was before me was, how could we get smart people, combine them with cutting-edge technology, and find innovative solutions and mutually beneficial partnerships to champion financial inclusion and have shared prosperity? That's what appealed to me. So when the guy spoke to me and he said that, he had me at hello. He didn't need to sing for me, Mr. Goldstone. He had me at hello. I was in love with the notion of living where I was to go as an entrepreneur to a business that was in trouble, because that business wanted to be involved in financial inclusion. This is so because if you're an entrepreneur or you are a change agent or you are a leader, you've got to be fascinated by the future. You've got to be restless for change. You've got to be impatient for progress, and you've got to be deeply dissatisfied with the status quo. Because in your head, you're working for a better future. There's always a friction between what is and what is possible. It's got to be something that burns you and stirs you and that propels you. That's leadership. If you're not being driven by something deeper in you, every challenge that you face, you're like, let me give up. Let me go back and just find a job. If that's not you, be comfortable that as an entrepreneur, you're going to go through many of these challenges. So part of the reason why I wanted to go on this journey is that I wanted South Africa to challenge itself, to have a paradigm shift, not to see the poor or low-income communities or townships and villages as burdens of society, but to see the resilient and creative entrepreneurs, to see the value-conscious consumers that are in townships and villages. That's why I wanted to join a company that was involved in that. It meant that the private sector needs to find innovative ways to become part of the solution and not only gripe about the challenges of the country. So for me, it meant that the private sector has to put a new lens through which it looks at these communities, a new way of looking at the opportunity at the bottom of the economic pyramid, and understand what are the barriers that are there for society and what does one need to do to change. So that means us at CEO level and other executive directors need to challenge our own preconceptions, our own prejudices, our own biases against this market. So this has been an amazing environment to challenge the status quo. When people say it can't be done, we're like, okay, we'll show you, we'll do it. Then when we find entrepreneurs that are doing it, to partner with them, to buy their companies, to create a company that is now bigger because we all believe in something greater than ourselves. So you say, okay, I hear all of that, Lincoln. So what? What are you guys doing about that? So I want to demonstrate a few things that we're doing about that. The first one is understand the problem. Don't want to be an entrepreneur or a researcher or an innovator when you don't understand what problem are you trying to solve. What's the pain point? I always ask people, if there are two people selling painkillers or people selling vitamin pills, which one will make more sales? Painkillers, straight. Vitamin pills are a future thing that you can't see the urgency. Might be right, but painkillers, there's a problem now. So if you are always coming up with a solution, always under what pain point are you solving? Because if the pain point is good, you are not going to have an adoption problem. Sometimes you come with an innovation and say, there's a problem with adoption. No. No, the problem with your solution. Because if there was a pain point, the people who adopt. Can you imagine, we all get these phones. Do you have an adoption problem with our phones? No. We get to know it because it's something that we want to do. So the problems we wanted to solve was financial inclusion, where so many people rely on cash and are underserved. We wanted to deal with small businesses, small operators that are not part of the digital system. We also wanted to deal with rural economies. That was our problem statement. How are we trying to solve those problems? So we've created this organization now. From that organization that was small and in trouble and whatever, we now have this organization called Lisaka. Lisaka is a Sotho or not Sotho word for crawl. We have now built the largest fintech in Southern Africa. From that company that was in trouble to this company. We have, oh, thank you, sorry. We have 1.7 million active customers, and large of them are social grant beneficiaries. Then we have about 122,000 merchants, and of many of them, about 93,000 are micro merchants, which are small traders and spaza shops and taverns and all of that in townships and villages. And then we have merchants, which are restaurants and all of that, and then large businesses. But what I wanted to show is how we think about solving their problems. So we start with the consumer. People said in this environment, people must be paid their grant through cash in an open felt. There's no dignity in that. A grant is the same as a salary. It's moving data. You don't need the physical cash. Imagine if everybody at UNISA Prof had to be at the car park month end to get their salaries. You getting one, Prof, you getting one. But all that happens is that data is moved and everybody who's in the UNISA establishment gets paid. it's in their account through data. Why couldn't we use the same logic to make sure that all money that's paid by SASSA goes to an account, a bank account? Somebody has got a card. With that card, they can get their grant in any ATM in the country. They can get into any store. They can get a cash back in any store or any spaza. Right? Again, you've used technology and innovation to solve an impractical problem. Then we said, that's not all. What about people borrowing? No, you can't lend to grant beneficiaries. Yes, we can. Right? And now, 500,000 people are borrowing from us. Up to 2,000 rands over 6 months. And that book, if you talk banking terms, is the best book in the country in terms of repayability. Its loan loss ratio is only 6%. People said we can't do it. We've done it. No other commercial bank will lend to grant beneficiaries. We said we can. Then we said, oh, but no, that's not all. They also need insurance or funeral plan. People said, you can't. We said, we can. The collection rate at that book is 96%. The average in the industry is 60%. Again, thinking differently to solve intractable problems. Then we said, actually, we need to go and open the accounts where the people are. They can't just come to the branch. Let's go to their villages. We bring a small tablet. You can open the accounts and give them a card in 5 minutes. That's technology. And do their biometrics as well. So that there's no corruption. It's paying the grant to the right person. Oh, that's not all. We said, okay, let's take it further. Why can't they borrow money sitting where they are instead of coming to town on the phone by using USSD? Oh, but you can't. Yes, we can. Right? And then they said, when we said, why can't we have all of their products in one place? They can see all of their products because we're not like the banks where there's a division. Here we're a fintech. So you can see all of their products in one place, solve their problem. If somebody is coming with a strange debit order, they can cancel it all online. And then we said, besides the grant recipients, there's another group of people which are in the mines. So in the mines, mainly it's men. And please, Mr. Goldstone, don't judge. These men get some money because they've met some, let's say, security thing. If they say there's a security in the mine, and then if you get it, you all get money. These men insist that don't pay it to the bank account. There may be many reasons why they don't. We don't judge them. So we create a card where they can get that money without it being in a card. And that same card they can use anywhere. It's the same as having a bank account. Now, I'm not sure whether this product is loved by their wives, but generally, the money does get into their account. So, I've spoken about the consumer. Let me talk about the small trader or the spaza shop owner and the business person. What we first give them is a POS device for free. We say, show us the transactions. If you have enough transaction on that POS device, you don't have to pay it. Right? Because it's in your interest for you to have more people using the POS device, and you make more money, we make more money. And so in that POS device, we give them an ability to buy various products, airtime, data, DSTV, all of these things. So they sell that to their customers, and they make money. We say, no, that's not all. If we do that, we can actually make sure that somebody can also pay with a card. Because there are now more people with debit cards in the country. You remember all of you before COVID, you would say, don't do the thing of tapping. They'll steal your money, don't tap. You remember, all of you were circulating videos until COVID came. Now you tap, right? So people are tapping in townships and villages. Now, entrepreneurs were worried that if they tap, when do they get their money? We've now created that they get instant settlement. So when they are paid by card or paid by cash, it's the same thing. The money is there immediately. That's great for an entrepreneur. We said, actually, let's go one step further. Instead of the entrepreneur taking their baki, going to a place to buy bread or milk or whatever, leaving the shop, why don't they order their stock in the shop using that same POS device? and they get a QR code that says we've ordered so much milk, we've ordered so much alcohol. If you're a tavern, it gets delivered as a QR code. No cash is being exchanged. Am I still making sense? It goes further. Then you say, actually, you're running a tavern. We can use data and analytics to tell you what stock is moving. Where's your stock? What things are being sold more? What days are more productive for you? What specials you can give? Am I still making sense? You're solving problems. It's not the technology. It's solving the problem. It's the innovation for those things. Then we get further and then we say, actually, where will these people deposit their money? Now they have to drive to a bank. We say, actually, why don't we put a vault, a big vault, category 5. Even if you bomb it, nothing will happen. We put that vault in the store, in the township or village. Then all the other entrepreneurs can come and deposit their money at the end of the day in that vault. Are you still with me? Right? Now we say, actually, normally when you get a vault, you have to wait for the cash in transit guy to come, take your money, go away, count it. After 3 days, they give you value. We say, let's give you value immediately, which means you get instant settlement. That money is now with you. You've got a wallet. You can now pay suppliers. You can pay your employees, all of that. Cash flow is better for you as an entrepreneur. And then why don't we give you rewards for the transactions that you do in your business as an entrepreneur? And then can we make sure that you can pay through card or any other way, right? And then we've got data that we're collecting. So we're sitting here, we can tell you what is happening across all taverns that are part of our network in the country, real-time data. So when other businesses now want to invest in townships, we sell them the data because we've got real-time data, not speculation. So let me come to the merchants. You've got a restaurant. You've got a, Mr. Goldstone, what do you call that thing? You and I went to the right schools. Not the other schools. What do you call that thing when you've got a car, man? You have to put petrol. Yeah, when you put petrol, that place where you go to for petrol. Yeah? Yeah, garage. That other word, hey, whenever in meetings they come with that other word, service station, I'm like, there's a garage. Yeah, garage. You're running a garage, you're running a restaurant and whatever, you're running a spa in a township, you're running a ShopRite in a township, any of those kinds of businesses. Again, we give you a POS device so that you can take transactions in your business. We're able to make sure that your payments are secure. We can borrow you money. But interestingly, you don't have to apply for 3 years financial statements from a bank. We see the data that's in the POS device. It tells us how many transactions are taking place. It tells us how much money is being made. Therefore, we can make data-related decisions to give you credit up to 5 million rands within 24 hours based on the data that sits in that POS device. Right? Again, using technology to solve intractable problems. Or we can say, if you are running a business or a restaurant, everything is integrated. From the seat to the menu to everything, it's integrated in one system that we've got. So in the interest of time, I don't want to go through all of them. So what we've now built is what we call a platform. You hear people talk about platform businesses as being the future. That future is having a platform where there's interconnectedness within businesses. From the large businesses that we've got in our enterprise business, some of you, for example, will pay your bills through EasyPay. That's part of our business, right? Paying bills. What's that paying bills got to do with a garage? Oh, well, because there are people who still go to the garage and they'll see something that says EasyPay, they can pay their bills at the garage, right? So it's all of these things building across. So I want to say then, if I've showed you the what, can I then tell you about the how? How does innovation happen in an organization, right? The first thing is that if innovation is not supported by the leadership team, it won't happen. The leadership of an environment has to be passionate about innovation. which also means you, if you're running your business, you've got to be passionate about innovation. Otherwise, it will not happen in your environment. So it challenges me and my other leaders in our team to be passionate about innovation, to always hear ideas from different parts of the organization. The thing about innovation is about new ideas. If ideas are not coming, if we are not solutions-orientated, if we are just excited about the new gizmo, we are not going to call that innovation. That's just liking things. There are people who just like new things. You say, no, I've upgraded. What do you mean? Are you still on iPhone 14? No, I'm on 15. But if you can ask, what are you actually using the 15 differently from 14? There's no way I cannot have. You can't, in innovation, be a person who likes things. You must be solving something. You must be organizing something that changes something for something better. If you just like gizmos, you will always buy the latest. But it doesn't solve anything. I hear all the time organizations say, we're upgrading our systems. Okay, what's the logic? Why are you doing it? Right? What problem are you trying to solve instead of doing things for the sake of doing it? Now, in an environment like this, ideas are everything. The first thing that kills idea is body language. If the body language in meetings, when you open your mouth and you come with an idea, and the person looks at you and says, it speaks, or it looks, how dare you, being the most junior, say something, or there's misogyny. There's a thing that you're a woman, you can't be speaking. Those are cultural things. You say, but what's that got to do with innovation? It has everything to do with innovation. Because if the environment is not conducive, the ideas will not come. Or the ideas will only come from certain people. So-and-so says the same thing. We always agree with him because he's powerful or connected and whatever. Every time this other one, Palesa, wants to come with an idea, everybody is moving along. Until that same guy says what Palesa said, we say we agree with him. And you say, why there's no innovation in the company? Duh, look at yourself. Because the culture you have is not conducive to innovation. It also happens when individuals and small teams can engage in innovative thinking. How is the thinking in the environment? How do we think differently? How do we challenge one another? So an organization in its culture is important to make sure that innovation does happen. But here's the bad news. Bad leadership can destroy innovation. There are leaders that when they walk into a room, the shared IQ drops and the length of meeting doubles. In countless of these settings, these leaders are idea killers and energy destroyers. You wonder, I wonder what are they wearing today? How on earth can you have great ideas in a context or an environment like that? Other people's ideas suffocate and die in their presence. And the flow of intelligence is one direction. It's from them to others. When in fact intelligence should be flowing across everybody. What we want are multipliers. Great leaders are multipliers. When they walk into a room, there are light bulbs that start switching over everybody's heads. There's a discussion and everyone feels heard. Everyone feels understood. Everyone feels appreciated. And ideas are bandied about. No idea is suppressed. That's when you want to build multifunctional teams. Teams that come from a variety within the organization can create the right products and the right solutions. It means that you co-create with others in order to get solutions. So your job as a leader is to lead a multifunctional team as if you're a conductor. You got to do it with ease. You got to do it with grace. You got to do it with poise and humility. Because as a conductor, you shouldn't be wanting to play the instruments of your players in the orchestra. Yours is to turn your back to the audience. You don't see the audience. The people facing the audience is your orchestra. Yours is to make sure they play beautiful melody, right? You orchestrate with your team. It's not about you, it's about the orchestra and the beauty of the music. Only at the end do you, with your team, face the audience to get the applause. If you are the leader, the first thing you want is the applause. We are in the wrong place, right? So what I'm encouraging us to do is to build people. It's people who build businesses. You may have great ideas. You start your business with a great idea, but you employ people. If you don't think those people are good, understand that they are going to behave as people who are not good. Believe in them, invest in them. On my word, they will surprise you on the upside. For many times in my career, I wanted the right leadership model. I battled. The ones I was being taught at school, at university, did not resonate with me. Until I realized I was looking for leadership in the wrong places. Leadership for me was hidden in plain sight. It's how I grew up. My teachers, my parents, my priests, my sports coaches. These people, and I want you to think about your environment. These people, when you go back to your village or suburb or township, they may not have moved up the economic ladder. But when they see you, their face lights up. Because their calling was to produce people like you. I wanted to be a leader like that. That's the model I said to myself, aha, that's the model that produced me. I want to produce others in that way. So that it's not just you. If you are the leader who wants to be a groom and a bride in all weddings, you want to be the corpse in all funerals, you are missing the boat. Because it's about others growing and doing well in your environment. So if serving, my dear brothers and sisters, is below you, then leadership indeed is beyond you. We want to be served instead of wanting to serve. There is this thing when we get into places, we want to sit in that VIP. We want to eat first. We want to, Your Excellency, Group CEO. I say to people, my name is Lincoln or Lincoln, depending which school you went to. That is my name. If I'm fired by Lisaka, what will I be called? My name. The title is there. It's not me. Me, I'm me. I am the same person when I'm with my friends. I'm the same person when I'm with my family. I'm the same person. I don't want to be somebody else, right? Because in that way, more people in my company thrive. Because there are more cleverer people than me in the company. So we've got to be open for ideas. We've got to create an environment where ideas thrive, where there are people who know more. And the people who gossip about me say, you know, that Lincoln, the problem with him is that he's not that good. He just surrounds himself with good people. Like, duh! Like, all right? All my career, I go and find the best. And I ask them, please come work with me. And they help me become better, right? I have here Bunolo in my team, and she's working on a PhD, like levels, right? Now, am I going to ask some big research thing? And I'm trying myself, where's there somebody here who's a walking encyclopedia, right? Again, the ego becomes our biggest challenge, and we kill innovation. So I'm going to ask you as entrepreneurs to challenge yourself. Your first job is to love people. Leading without love is manipulation. And if you're faking it, the people will see right through you. If you have no passion for the people and their success, why should they have the passion for your business? And that's important. So as I try and wrap up, this requires change. Change is the province of leaders. It's a work of leaders to inspire people to do things differently, to struggle against uncertain odds, and to persevere towards a misty image of a better future. So, what have we achieved? So that company that when I started 3 years ago was unprofitable, burning cash, had a bad reputation, has now morphed into the largest fintech in Southern Africa. And now we are buying other companies because of the environment we've created. And we've bought other companies that are run by entrepreneurs to get us to here. So people say, how did you guys do it? What was this miracle in Lusaka? I'm saying, no, there was no miracle moment. It looks from somebody outside, there was a miracle. But it was hundreds of people focused on the big idea of helping people that have got less than we have to make a difference in their lives and do that profitably and do that through technology that solves the problems that are there. So I want to leave you with these words that come from Steve Jobs to you. Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in square holes, the ones who see things differently. They are not fond of rules. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is to ignore them because they change things. They push the human race forward. I wish you the greatest of luck on your journey. I thank you.
Do it again, do it again. Yes. Even the ones without businesses will go out of here and start a business. Huh? I'm telling you. Thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. So inspiring. And at this moment, Prof. Mayua will come forward and just hand over a gift because, wow, thank you so much. Please come take a picture. Where is media? Media, we have to make sure that these moments, we have proof. Because we are aiming for #1 next year, remember? We must have proof. Beautiful. Yes, we can. When they say you can't, what do you say? Yes, we can. I love how Mr. Mali says a leader is deeply frustrated with the status quo. And we are deeply frustrated by so many challenges that face our people today in South Africa. And to have leaders like Mr. Mali who are doing the work on the ground to make sure that the change happens, that he's not comfortable with the status quo, and he leads with such confidence but humility at the same time, because the foundation, and I mean, you talk to the community you grew up in terms of the sports coaches, and if you look closer, you get to see so much beauty around you and so many beautiful lessons that you can take from that. Thank you again. Another, please, a round of applause for Mr. Mali. So within our midst, we actually have a special somebody that I did not mention in the beginning. I'm not sure where he might be sitting. We have Justice Dabampe. My goodness. Am I saying it right? Dabampe, the newly, or rather he was elected in July, the president of UNISA's convocation, who is set to bridge the university's student, staff, alumni, championing their voices at UNISA Council. Now, Dabampe is well prepared to influence UNISA's strategic direction, fundraising efforts, and alumni relations, ensuring the university's continued national and international prominence. And we have it, and we have him in our midst today. I'm not sure where, can you stand where you are? Mr. Dabampe, is he not here? Oh my gosh, I hope he hasn't left. Is he here? Okay, maybe he's going to use the bathroom. I'll check around for him. If he is here, I'll make sure that we see him. At this moment, we are going to have a little moment to have some tea or a snack, something to just fill the tummy a bit. I'm not going to give you anything major because I don't want you sleeping.
We have to give those awards first. So we'll have a 15-minute break just to have some tea and coffee and some snacks that will be served down there. Please feel free to walk down that direction for that and be back in 15 minutes. Thank you.
To go back to Mr. Carvin. Where's Mr. Carvin? Yo, you can't disappear. Where is he? I need to laugh, please. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, the did I not do this already? No, it didn't. The DITTC stands tall as the guardian of UNISA's intellectual treasures, if you didn't know, ensuring that groundbreaking research, which we've been talking about today, moves from brilliant ideas to transformative real-world solutions. Think of them as the custodians of a vault, but instead of gold, they're safeguarding the next big thing in innovation, ready to unlock its potential. But here's the catch. For many innovators, the journey from idea to implementation can feel like an obstacle course with a red tape finish line. You've got the idea, the passion, and maybe even the prototype. But then comes the forms, the meetings, and the regulations, like a maze designed to test your commitment, dear Lord. That's where the DITTC steps in, cutting through the red tape and acting as an enabling partner to make sure that research doesn't just stay on the shelf. With their support, innovators can focus less on the paperwork and more on turning their vision into something that impacts society
Imagine what's possible when intellectual property flows freely, not through hurdles, but through channels built for success. Hey, I must be going and, hey, DITCC, where's the CEO there? I think you need to hire me. We must be doing ads together. Now we are going to move on to Mr. Carvin. Please come through. We need a little bit more laughter in our lives for a bit of entertainment. So let's shake off our mind-blown expressions from the stealing of the phone. And Mr. Carvin is here. Take it away.
Thank you. Mr. Mal, I just want to say, you blew our minds. You blew my mind. But I knew it was going to be fire. When I saw the shirt, I was like, Anyone who comes to a function with a shirt like that, they know themselves. They don't have to put a suit on to compensate. They know, I'm here with my shirt. That's the shirt of someone who's thrown a rock at a Casper, I'm telling you now. No, it was beautiful. You might even help with my marriage. Because my wife, I'm the type of person, I don't know if I want to go to the bank and speak to someone. My wife will say, you can pay this thing. And now some of the documents have easy pay at the bottom. I'm like, no, I want to go there. I want to look them in the face, and I want them to take my money. And I'm not sure, who still goes to the bank? A lot of people go to the bank. And I want to be honest, I'm a bit of a racial profiler. I judge. I don't just join a queue, I look who's queuing. If I walk in a bank and I see 3 white ladies in a queue, I don't join. Because my profile tells me white people bank online. Who are these 3 here? What couldn't an email fix? They came all the way to the branch. They want to speak to the manager. I know. We are going to be here the whole day. I charge. I live in KZN. If I go to the bank and I see the line is full of Zulu guys, I join the queue. Because my profile tells me even though there's 12, 13, it's going to be quick. Because not all of them have the right papers when they get to the front there. The teller's just going to say, okay, Mr. Mtembu, I need your statements and your payslip. Your payslip, in fact. Oh, wow, your payslip. Hey, man, your payslip. Costly payslip. Because also, some guys, when they stand at the counter and you say, sir, I can't help you, they don't leave. They do that linger. Hey, manje. Yes. Almost waiting for us, only joking. But it never comes. They walk away slowly. Pay sleep. But I'm not even working, man. Yes. It's very different. You walk in the bank and there's a white lady in front of you. She gets to the front, she just looks. And the lips get thin, you're in big trouble behind the counter. And you behind the counter says, can I help you? I wonder if you can. Really, I wonder. Okay, do you have your statement? She got, have a look. She got all her pay slips. Even that man's pay slip is here. Have a look, yeah? Have a look at the statement. Have a look. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me. Hey? You know that, hey? Speak up, my darling. I can't hear you. Hey? Some of you might never have worked in any form of public service or at a client's desk when there's a white lady going, hey, speak up, I can't, hey, your English. It just starts doing gymnastics. But the system is offline. Oh, that's why we do offline. Offline is a tap out. It's on. But once I say offline, you can't touch me. It's finished. Okay? You're not sure? I'll show you. You guys took 25 cents extra. Yeah, what's it for? Many of you will not fight for 25 cents. What's it for? Hey? You're not sure. Okay, that's fine. Can I speak to your manager? Sorry, can I speak to the manager, please? Yes, thank you. And then you wait. Most of us, even me, if I'm in a queue, I avoid the manager. If they come to me and say the manager wants to talk to you, and I'm in the queue, I'll be like, I don't even work here. What I did wrong? Why does the manager want to see me? She says, can I speak to the manager? Okay. And then usually after she says that, she doesn't just stand, she looks for support from the rest of the queue. All of us, hey, geez, hey, Africa. Hey, that's this country. And I grew up in Durban, so our queues look different to the rest of South Africa. Behind there's usually an Indian uncle saying, yeah, you're right, Bab, you're right. Must finish them. They took 25 cents from you and 25 cents from her. And how much I got? R1 million already. We are just waiting in the back what the money is doing. Going, gone. And he's there with his own bank manager, his wife, who's now looking at him. He's, yeah, finished. And his wife's just looking at him. And he notices his wife, what I did wrong. Those uncles never know what they've done wrong. You know that we're late for the funeral. And you're encouraging this lady to take long. No, but she's fighting for all of us. And don't worry about the funeral. Your brother doesn't know we're late for his funeral. And then the manager will walk out and explain, sorry, ma'am, your statement, 25 cents was SMS notification. She said, let me see that. Yeah, okay. I left my glasses in the car. But I'm going to take your word for it. But you guys must get better help in the front. It's ridiculous. These people are missing a funeral because of you. I don't want to hear, thank you. And as she leaves, that uncle just watches her go, hey, what a rude lady. One of the students was asking me about public speaking, Mr. Mali. One said to me he wants to be a comedian, but he listens to you and he thinks, no, he wants to do whatever you do. So I don't know, I lost a recruit there in a moment. But the thing about whatever you're saying, the power of it is in the delivery. And the way we grew up in South Africa, we are scared to speak in public. The only time you speak maybe is in church. You get a chance. On that note, I just wanted to say, it's an unfortunate thing, we're still looking for the phone, but usually I ask people to put their phones on silent. But I'm glad I didn't have nothing to do with that now, because usually when a phone rings, I ask because I also sometimes I judge the room by age. I'm not being an ageist. But when I go to church and a phone rings, it's always Ugoko. It's never young people, and Granny's phone will ring like it's not. And she's the only one that doesn't know it's her. The phone is ringing, and we all know it's an old person because even the ringtone is old. And then someone will tap her, okay, it's you. Me? Huh? Ugogo's phone will never go missing because it's here. It's under the flap there, it's being protected. Even the Granny's phone is never flat, the battery is always charged. And then she pull it out and look at it, watch it ring. Just read, who's that? But he was asking about public speaking. And this is the thing I've noticed across the country, doing what I do, is that we develop a way of speaking in public based on our surroundings. Because we learn crutches from our parents, from people. And so, as we develop, and we've developed in South Africa, every group has a different way of getting through a speech, a different coping mechanism. Like, for example, where I live in Durban, Indian people, when they speak, the ladies have a certain tone. They'll talk to you normally. How you, darling? You're right. Nice. Soon as it's time to speak, program director, ladies and gentlemen, you see the little ha, 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 that's the coping mechanism. I would like to welcome you to this very auspicious occasion. That little sing, Julie's 16th birthday. Growing up in Lenasia, Julie was a young girl. She achieved straight A's in grade 1 and straight A's in grade 2. Because another coping mechanism with Indian people is they'll tell you every qualification of this person, every certificate they received. In her first job, she was a packer at ShopRite. And it wasn't long before they saw her potential and promoted her to a packer at Woolworths. You must know. Very different, for example, white guys. I've been to white weddings, and they'll ask the father to speak, and then I see, they cope differently. Their tactic is if you listen closely, they don't say anything. Like, we're just going to ask Jan to come say a few words. Jan, can you come up there? I think everything's already been said. Yeah, I don't want to take too much time. Wish you guys well. Cheers. It's like nothing. Growing up in KZN, I also learned Zulu people also have a way of hiding. In fact, across South Africa, black people have the same way of hiding that or coping through it. My father's sister passed away in Mtswalumi, rural area. And we had to bury her there. And even when we went to do the burial, there was no funeral plan. You were talking about having funeral plan. There was no funeral plan. Because when they said there's no funeral plan, I said, but guys, Desmond Dube is on TV every day. And none of us said, hey, we must get this thing. So there we are. We had to bury her there in the yard. They asked the men to help dig the hole. And then we had the funeral right there. And then the pastor was there. And the pastor's looking for someone just to say a few words. He said, Amen Basalwan, we want to ask Amen Basalwan. And I can see, this is when I learned how Zulu people hide that fear. And maybe you too, that fear of speaking. Basalwan, as he's looking around, everyone's Basalwan, and he just looks, Sister Tembi, where? Sister Tembi, please. Well, Tembi, all the ladies around Tembi, Angege, Please, Sister Tembi, just, and this is how I noticed how Tembi sitting there. Gamtola, gamtola, gamtola. Gamtola, gamtola, gamtola. Jesus. And I got Indian family, they came to support, and Auntie Tembi said, my cousin says, there's an M3 outside. Anyway, guys, I'll see you again for a little bit later. Thank you.
Huh? Imagine. Tembi's making as if she doesn't want. That time she's been waiting for the opportunity. Thank you so much, Carvin. You are just amazing. I think, can I invite you home? Please, for December. Yeah, we need some of that. Okay, so now we are going to move on with our program to the moment that we've all been waiting for in terms of the awards, right? Now, these winners are proof that South Africa is bursting with innovative talent. And we're going to call up the people. Have been some changes. So I just want to quickly just check which changes I need to just put in here because let's see. Okay, so we're going to have different people coming up for different awards, okay? So for the first batch of awards, we're going to have, for the Best Exhibition Award and Best Poster Presentation, Prof. Alex Kuvareka, I hope I'm saying that right, who will be announcing the awards. Please come up. And then we're going to have Professor Mapoli and Professor Meyiwa, who will be handing over the awards to our winners. Oh, I'm so excited. Please, a round of applause as they come up. Please come up. Let's celebrate. Here we go.
Good morning. Is it still morning? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll be announcing the awards for the displays, the prototypes, as well as for the posters for the different categories. So I'm going to start with the Best Exhibition Award, the third prize, and that prize goes to a display on desalination of sea and borehole water catalytic reactor, and the third prize goes to Vicky Maeke, Lelo Chabalala, and Liam Caesar. Thank you very much. The second prize in this category for the display separation of nutrients, pesticides, and heavy metals from drinking water residue goes to Nonhlahla Mhlali. Thank you. And the first prize in this category for the exhibition Solar Thermal Energy Absorber and Storage of Thermal Energy goes to Nokolo Mbuyani and Ngateko Spia. Thank you. We move on to the poster presentations category. And we had 4 categories in this, 4 subcategories in this category. We had undergraduate, honors, postgraduate, diploma category. And the third prize in this category goes to Tumetse Maseko, College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. And this is a supervisor. Thank you. The second prize in this category goes to Kyle Pretorius, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. And the first prize goes to Newton Nyati, College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Thank you. The next subcategory is the master's category. And the best poster presentation third prize goes to Phumla Mhlanga, College of Human Sciences. Thank you. The second prize in this subcategory goes to Priscilla Mbadi, College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Thank you. And the first prize for the master's category goes to Leonard Mampa, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Thank you. We move on to the next subcategory. This is the doctoral category. And the third prize for the poster presentation goes to Melody Molautsi, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Thank you. The second prize in this category goes to Colin Nepumbada, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Thank you. And then the first prize for the doctoral category goes to Refilwe Kudumela, College of Agriculture and Environmental Science. Thank you. And then the last subcategory is for the postdoctoral category. These are doctors. The third prize goes to Dr. Napadi Letsoalo, College of Human Sciences. Thank you. The second prize in this category goes to Dr. Gertrude Charis, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Dr. Gertrude is not around. Okay, we move on. The first prize in this category goes to Dr. Tabile Lukele, College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Thank you, and that brings us to the end of the first batch of award winners this morning.
I need to announce some good news. And well done, firstly. Well done. Another round of applause. Well done to all the winners. I hope that you guys will become the next big thing very soon. And to go over to the news, guys. Guess the news. Yes, the phone was found. They got scared of the cameras. I'm joking. I'm joking. I think it was left on a table because the lady had been gracious enough to take my phone to take a picture of us. And I think she momentarily left it on the table and completely forgot, and these things do happen. So we're just happy that it was found. There are no thieves amongst us. We can relax. And so for the next batch of awards, we are going to bring up or ask up Professor Shale, or Shale, is it Shale? Shale, to do the announcements. And then we are going to have Professor Meyiwa and Prof. Les to hand over. But before that, remember I was looking for someone earlier. You guys don't remember? You remember what I was looking for? And I didn't say now because I wanted to make him squirm a bit. Because when I looked for him, he was nowhere to be found. But he is here amongst us. And as I shared before, that he is the president of UNISA's convocation and also the president of the SRC. So a powerful young man is sitting at this table here with us, Justice Dabampe. Am I saying it correctly? Please do stand up and please give him a round of applause. He's doing great work. Okay, so we will then have Professor, oh, there you are, you're ready.
Program Director, Prof. Tenjiwe Meyiwa and Prof. Les Labrasukzakne. Thank you for being here. Allow me to, maybe before I start announcing the awardees for the showcasing of postgraduate studies, just to indicate that we actually had 139 applicants when we started before the closing date. And we had to go through the review of abstracts at 2 levels. And from the start until the end, the SRC was also involved because we are dealing with postgraduate students here. We have categories under the social sciences, also the arts and humanities, and also natural and physical sciences, where we are grouping the colleges in those groups. I will start then firstly with the awards for social sciences. I will start with the level of NQF level 8, which is our honors or PhD level. Our second runner-up from the social sciences is Pindile Joy Mkize. I think if you are here, like Mr. Goldstone said, just do like this, we know you are here. If you are not here, just blink, we know you are not here. Our first runner-up is Jamie Engelbrecht. And then our winner for the honors postgraduate diploma level is Nolita Nomta January. Then we are moving now to the master's level. Our second runner-up, Tandiwe Dewa. Then our first runner-up is Zimfo Mtolo. Then our winner for master's category under social sciences, Marisa Jordan. then we are now moving to the doctoral students. Our second runner-up is Melese Abide Amato. Allow me, Prof. Mewa, to also mention, as you are aware, that our university is all over Africa. This is one of our students from Ethiopia. And then our first runner-up for the doctoral level, Mary Kendi Miriti. Then I'll continue, Prof. Our winner, who I must also mention that the name I'm going to call Prof was one of the winners who also went to Free State at the University of Free State to attend our 3-minute thesis competition. She was one of the winners at UNISA. Her name is Mampete Jemina Modu. Program Director, allow me to move now to the physical and natural sciences, where I will also start again with the honors, masters, and doctoral level. Our second runner-up for honors and PhD level, Ziko Nkumeleni. Then our first runner-up, her name is Kaylee Esrikia Strauss. And then our winner for honors and PhD, Ndombizodwa Princess Zwane. Then, Prof, allowed to also indicate that as we move to the master's level, we did not have the second runner-up, and the reason being that the competition was tight. So you don't just win for the sake of winning or because you are there. It has to be by merit. So we'll start with the first runner-up. Our first runner-up for master's category is Roland Foreman Nde. And then Program Director, before I move to the doctoral level, our winner at master's level for the natural and physical sciences is Reneilwe Given Mashaba. Allow me then to move to the doctoral level. Our second runner-up for this discipline is Abimbola Comfort Atanda. And our first runner-up is Velezani Pechunia Makado. And then our winner at this level in this discipline is Celia Mozeza. And then colleagues, now we are moving to the last discipline, arts and humanities. We don't have the second runner-up from the honors or PG Dip, as I said, because the competition was very tight, and one has to win by merit. Our first runner-up is Yoliswa Bongiwa Mkwanazi. And then our winner at this level is Sabelo Caesar Zuma. Program Director, now I move to the Masters category. Our second runner-up is Thabo Dorings Horings, Director. And then our first runner-up at Masters level is Tiny Mona Lisa Musasa. And then Program Director, our winner for Masters level is Cynthia Mkari. And with that, Prof. Meiwa, I am done because at the doctoral level, as we said, competition was tight. We don't have winners there because it was very strict. So we are ending here. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you.
Another round of applause to all the amazing winners. Guys, here we don't win for the sake of winning, eh? Yeah, competition is tight. At least we can trust that, you know, there was someone who was talking about how our pass rate went to 33%. And they said, imagine now you've got a doctor who's there about to operate on you and you find out that you pass 33%. We can't have such situations. So we can trust UNISA because they're not going to fill slots. There must be merit, right? The idea, the whatever it is that has been innovated, whatever this idea is, it must make sense for impact. It must be able to get on the ground and do the work that needs to be done. And for that, we thank you once again. And so with the awards handed over, we are fast approaching the end of our program. Congratulations again to all the winners. Your creativity and hard work remind us that innovation is indeed the heartbeat of progress. Let's give them one more, a big one. And so I go to my number 3 as a matter of fact. Did anyone find if the person from DITTC is here? Before I wow you guys, I'm joking. Okay, so the DITTC doesn't just support innovation, it cultivates it, right? Now, with programs ranging from student exchanges that spark global collaboration, we saw there's people from Ethiopia, guys, here. We're doing the work. Global collaboration to innovation, support and venture creation. They're building a robust ecosystem for fresh ideas to flourish. Think of them this time as architects of opportunity, laying the groundwork for South Africa's future change makers. But let's be real. Innovating in South Africa is not for the faint-hearted, ladies and gentlemen. Entrepreneurs here don't just solve problems. They do it under the pressure of blackouts. I'm one of those people who's experiencing that every now and again, even though there's no load shedding anymore. I don't know why, don't ask me. Rising costs and endless delays. It's not just creativity that drives them. It's resilience. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm standing right here. Hey, resilience.
I was telling Mr. Miley, the stuff we have to deal with in construction, you cannot believe, I'm telling you. It's tough. So resilience is the secret sauce of South African innovation, where setbacks fuel determination and grit powers breakthroughs. Through their programs, the DITTC ensures that resilience becomes an ally to innovators, not just a survival tool. By providing the right resources and opportunities, they're turning resilience into a choice, ladies and gentlemen, rather than a necessity, paving the way for innovations that transform communities and uplift society. Now, that's a future worth celebrating. A round of applause again for the DITTC. And as we move along again, Mr. Kevin, we are ready for you. We want more. I don't think you're going to go home here. Guys, did everyone take his number? You better take his number. Wherever you're going back to, tell them we've got Mr. Carvin here. He must go and make people laugh. Thank you so much. Take it away.
Thank you. Well done to all the winners. Well done. Round of applause. To those who came second and third, your time's going to come. They say that the A students work for the C students in real life. I don't know if that's true. Mr. Mali, how was your results at school? I've already told you how bad mine was, so well done to all of those. And you know, the more you move up, you do better. You're not just taking yourself. In some cases, you're taking your whole family with you. You're taking the whole line, cousins, granny. Granny's coming with you. And you must go back home with your new car and be fake humble. Everyone, woo, you could do that little, you know, that whatever. Because one of the things we like to do is when we're doing well is we like to go back home. Whether it's conscious or subconscious, there's something about going home and saying, see how far I've come. Because one of the things we do is we move to suburbs. As soon as we're doing okay, we're like, okay, the bank is going to give me a loan now. And it's finding a place to live in a suburb is not a simple thing. There's price to consider. There's racism level to consider. People don't think it's a real thing. And let me tell you, it's a real thing. The first time I ever moved to a suburb, the first time I had white neighbors, I felt pressure to fit in. I looked around how they were behaving, and I started assimilating, behaving like them. I also started going to the mall not wearing shoes. I'm telling you, those guys where I was living, they were all not wearing shoes, I thought. Because for us, none of us can walk in a mall with no shoes. Go try. They'll phone your mother, everything okay at home. We see the child with no shoes there. And I said, no, I'm going to do it. And I went down to the mall. I went to fit in. And I watched those doors open and close. I tied myself and I said, Papa. And as I stepped in, the security guard by the door just looked at me. Yeah, when I'm not begging, yes. I was like, but there's white guys walking all over. It's black underneath there. They do this all the time. Because that's when you move to the suburb, you feel pressure. Another thing I felt pressure for was all my neighbors had dogs. So I said, hey, let me get myself a dog. But I'm not just going to go, I'm going to go in hard. I'm going to try my best. I'm getting myself a white dog. And not any white dog, an Afrikaans white dog. So I got myself a boerbul. Hey? That dog would even bark in Afrikaans. I'd sometimes see him standing by the porch. What you doing, boy? Longing for the Free State. He was beautiful. And now I got my dog. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm thinking I fit in. And then my neighbors keep moving the goalposts. They're like, Mr. Golston, there's a dog in the house. I'm like, in the house? You know, us guys, as black people in general, our dogs don't even have the confidence to come in. Even if you call them, they don't know how to react. But I'm just pretending. I'm like, yeah, he comes in. Serious? I'm like, yeah. Oh, let's see. Way. Yeah. You don't even know how to call inside. Hey, come inside. Kwabe scam boy. This is what you think Afrikaans dogs named Spotty and Danger. Come, boy, come. Inside, come on. He's just standing by the door. This is a trap, I know the rules. You have to understand the level of the suburb you're going to move in once you start doing well. Not all of them are equal. I moved from a place called Bluff to a place called Hillcrest. Still suburb, but very different. And they warned me. This is like top centurion now. When they said, are you ready? I said, I'm ready. They said, you're not ready. These are the real white people. Not like where you come from where they're a little bit mixed. This is the... And they went wrong when I got there. I would walk on the road and everyone would just mow their lawn and look at their nose up. And that was just the gardeners. I didn't even meet the people in the house. And then I said, everyone is just like, wow. And I was standing outside the day I came to pick up the key. I stood outside with my daughter, who was 3 years old at the time, waiting for the agent. And the neighbors were all watching through their windows. And I could see them, and one neighbor had the confidence to drive her car. She lived across the road. She drove the car down. She parked in front of me and my daughter, and she looked out the window. She said, hi. Hey, but you know, in that hi, you just don't feel hallowed. It's like a greeting, but it's got other things in there. The hi was actually, who are you? What are you doing here? It was only hi, but I heard everything. Who are you? What are you doing? Are you going to rob this house? I was like, hey. I heard everything in that hi. And I wasn't offended by, who are you? But rob the house. I was standing with my daughter, who's 3 years old. Has anyone in this room try to rob a house with a 3-year-old? It's very hard, eh? You're trying to steal, a child's pulling, I'm hungry. Hey, we're robbing here. Go, help me, go rob the fridge. It's Hillcrest suburbs, nice food there. Go. The child come back crying, what's wrong? It's only gluten-free. So all I said back was, hi. She says to me, are you the new owner? Yo, I never felt so much pressure. I wanted to say, no, don't worry, the bank owns it. I haven't even paid the first installment. But I said, yes, I'm the new owner. She says, I just want to explain to you how it works here in Hillcrest. Yeah, we have a neighborhood watch. Everyone gets involved. Everyone has a part to play. And sometimes when we move to suburbs, we want, no, you'll carry on doing what you're doing there. You're doing a good job without me. I'm just going to stay in my house and wow. But they get very involved. Very. She says to me, make sure you join the WhatsApp group. I'm like, I must join the group now. Hey, this is too much. I says, yes, there's a sheriff. We have a sheriff in the community that's in charge. And he lives down the road from you. From me? There's so many problems there. I did my research. There's no sheriff in the police service. The only sheriff is the one that comes to pick up your lounge when you don't... Wrong crowd, you don't know that. Okay. You don't know that sheriff, okay. Don't worry, you'll get the bread loaves is at the door. Your uncle in the furniture business is waiting for you outside. And she said to me, and he lives around the road. And I thought to myself, but this lady is my neighbor. How come this sheriff only lives down the road from me? Not both of us. But I see what's happening here. So anyway, she said, please join. And I joined. Anyone in the community WhatsApp group, a quick show of hands. I'm not going to call you out. Yes. Those of you who have not joined, let me talk to you. I joined that group not knowing what a big issue in a South African suburb is. I've lived in township my whole life till I was 26. So I get there. This is my first ever WhatsApp group. I'm in the group. And I see what's a pressing matter in a South African suburb. First message, guys, there's a dog on the road. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, the dog on the road. And there's comments underneath, yeah, he's been out all morning. I tried to put him back. Someone called the SPCA, they must be abusing him. Hey, this is escalating. Because you need to understand why this is a mind bender when you come. Because in a township, a dog on the road for us, it's not a community problem. In fact, he lives there. We know this dog. He goes from house to house. He knows where the food is. This is not a problem. But now we chase. I'm thinking, is this my new life? In the suburbs, they make it sound so nice. What about dogs? And no, it gets better. The one day I open my phone and there's a message in the group, top message. Hi, number 3. And I'm just reading these messages in the voices I think they were written. Hi, number 3, your grass is very long in the front. I'm like, you can tell people about how they're growing their grass. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What if number 3 wanted the grass long in the front and maybe like short on the sides? I don't know. Maybe his yard has its own fade. I don't know, but it's his house. And then I'm now panicking. And I'm thinking, hey, I'm number 2. These people are coming down the road. Let me go look. I've actually never looked at my cross. And because, I look at the cross, I can't tell if it's long, short. By township standards, it's growing. Wow. I didn't even have to put 2-liter bottles with the wrapping off to make it. It's just growing on its own. And while I'm standing outside my house, just standing, looking, a message comes in the group. And I'm going to read it in the voice I think it was written. Everyone, just a warning. There's a BM standing at the bottom of the road. Now, I live at the bottom of the road. So when I see this message, I look around. What are they talking? What's happening? I go in the group. Hi, everyone. I'm at the bottom of the road. There's no BMW here. Because that's what we call a BMW for short, a BM. So I'm like, just want to be clear. The group goes quiet. No one replies. Quiet. There are 2 dogs playing skipping in the road. No one's ever, just shh. And then a message comes in. Hi, guys. Just ignore the message about the BM. But I'm still standing on the road. So I reply, guys, I'm still on the road. I can help look. But I need more information. Did anyone see what color that BM was? Red or what? Yo, that group was quiet. Yay! And then I get a message from my day one, my number 1 first day neighbor. Hi, Carven. I'm imagining that's how she's typing. I'm so sorry. I didn't explain. We have certain codes in the group. And BM is code for black male. Sorry. So I read the message now. BM is code for, okay. So this is a code crack. It's a pin code for the first message. Hey, this is interesting. So I go back to the first message. Hi guys, as a warning. Yeah, BM. Now put the code in. Black male at the bottom. I see what's happening, yeah? So I go in the group immediately afterwards. Hi, everybody. I just want to let you all know I am a member of this community. And as a member of this community, I will help you find that black male. According to my birth certificate, I'm colored. My code is CM. Just letting you all know. For future use. But now I know they're using codes, yeah. I'm in. I feel I'm a part of the community now. And in the morning where I live, I'm at the bottom of the road. Everyone jogs past my house and white people jog early, eh? 4 o'clock, they're loud. Pick up the kids like that. Yeah, pick up the car. Hey. I watch them. If they're too fast, if the jog is a run, both legs in the I'm in the group myself. Hi, everybody. Just a warning. Just saw 4 WWs. And they're running. They must have stole something, that's why they're running. Can the security please search them and see them out the community? Thank you. Hey, and then my neighbors reply, what's a WW? What's that? What's this new code? What's a WW? And I'm like, white woman. Oh, you saying BM was the only code you had there? Oh, that's why I'm confused. So, man, it's been so good to hang out with you here, guys, and to be inspired by all of you minds of the future. You guys are going to pave the way for us, you know what I'm saying? And absorb as much as you can, because we're looking to you. We're looking to the innovators to change the world. The rest of us will sit and relax and we'll criticize from the side. Oh, not nice. Desalination, why from the borehole? But we want to know that you have our support. We are your future clients and your partners. It's been an honor to be here. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. As a BW, I've not yet had the experience. But Carvin, thank you so much. My goodness, please give him another round of applause. He is just amazing. So amazing. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of our program today. What a journey. It's been from inspiring speeches. My goodness, Mr. Mali, you know, we haven't forgotten. We are going and opening businesses like crazy this week. CIPC is going to be very busy. From inspiring speeches, as I said, to well-deserved awards. And again, you know, congratulations to all those guys who have done such great work. Okay, what's happening? Yeah. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Carvin. You should hear the things I'm doing here. Apparently we're not done. The show's not over, guys. We still have Crucible Awards. Apparently the biggest awards. And yeah, I'm closing the show. Knox. So please, we're going to welcome Mr. Ayanda Noma, who's going to come up. And he's the one that's going to be announcing those awards. Let's see. Now, Mr. Ayanda Noma is the director. Guys, this is the big man, eh? This is the director of Innovation, Technology Transfer and Commercialization at UNISA, and a leading figure in innovation and technology transfer at UNISA. Now, this man here with a global, mind you, global expertise. I'm going to say these things about you. I have to. You don't want me to say these things? I'm going to say, I'm going to say them. I'm going to say them. I want them to know who is here up front before you go ahead with the awards. He has global expertise, which is gained from training in the UK, in Sweden, and the US of A, ladies and gentlemen. And his work focuses on bridging research and commercialization, mentoring innovators, and advancing intellectual property strategies, and so much more. I've had an experience with him, and he's just an amazing human being who is very supportive and always willing to open doors and plug you to the person who you need to talk to for those innovative ideas. And so, Mr. Noma, please come up as we do the Crucible Awards. A round of applause for Mr. Noma.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Program Director. You know, colleagues, I know that in the beginning there were people who were described, you know, as the dreamers, you know, the crazy ones. Wait until you meet the next batch that you're going to call out. But, you know, there's two more awards. The first one is a Crucible that we're going to call out. And for that, we ask Prof. Meyiwa, Prof. Les, and Mr. Lincoln Mali to actually come and hand over those awards. Yes. But I'll tell you a bit more about those awards. And of course, from here, when you come here, you're not going to leave because now we'll also go to the next one, which is the UNISA Innovation Challenge. So with the Crucible, you know, we give an opportunity to the startups that we support via the UNISA Innovation, UniVentures. You know, it's a unit within the DITDC that supports, you know, innovators to actually develop their solutions, but also to translate this into businesses, to explore, you know, the whole value chain around that. And of course, we support them, over a period of 2 years. So we give an opportunity to those startups that we support, together with the staff members that we support via the Innovation Support Program or the tier seed fund, to actually come and pitch. All right, we want to see the progress where they are in terms of their journey. But of course, you know, this is sponsored, you know, externally. It's an external party that actually sponsors, you know, these awards. There's 3 of them, unfortunately. Right? There's 3 of them. Competition was very tight. Can I call on Prof. Meyiwa, you know, Prof. Les, and Mr. Mali, you know, to come this side? Whilst I announce No drum roll. Can I have a drum roll, please? Yeah. So, in third place, second runner-up, Miss Palisa Felicia Matlango, new age pregnancy test. And the first runner-up, and before I mention the name, I think maybe, let me not let the cat out of the bag maybe yet. First runner-up, Mr. Bongosi Mabaso, Proctor Pal. Just to say, if you hear anything called, if you go on LinkedIn, you see a company called N-Connect. Read about it. It's the next big thing, I tell you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mabaso. Right. And of course, in the first place, the winner of Crucible 2024. Drum roll, please. Miss Mtabiseng Ramanamane. Well, we go to the next and the last set of awards. This is the UNISA Innovation Challenge. This is where we support, the dreamers, the crazy ones, the innovators. It's really who's got these innovative solutions that are targeted at solving societal challenges. We asked them specifically, said, we want you to bring ideas that solve societal challenges. And of course, just for context, this year we had about almost 800 entries. And out of those, we whittled them down, unfortunately, to about 60. And of course, the last one, the finals, there were only 16, right? All very good projects. So I'm going to announce, the kind of support that they receive, over a period of 2 years, is funding, the seed funding that they get, but they also get mentorship. They form part of the UniVentures. We really will support them. We link them up with mentors inside and outside of the university. They have access to what we call entrepreneurs in residence. Right. These are experts, in industry, in other parts of the world that actually support them in developing their solutions as well as developing their businesses. Right. So over a two-year period, the value of the support that they get, right, including an opportunity to go and spend time, in another system. Usually they go to Boston or Switzerland. The value of that is about 2.4 million over a period of 2 years, and outside of the funding that they get. So it's quite a lot of value that we put in here. So I'm going to announce the winners. There's 10 of them, and in no particular order. Dollars, rands, in no particular order, right? So the first one is Michael Leroux. For his project is Light Projection Pad. Unfortunately, he's not around. Let's give him a round of applause still. He's in Cape Town. He could not come. He pitched virtually, right? And the next one is Debo Watcher for Plug social media platform. Thank you so much. And the next one, Chad Lucas, Fly Connect. Toby Lembambo, SU Platform. Thank you so much. The next one is Anne-Marie Elof, Mental Wellness Program. Yes, Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. I mean, as she goes sit down, I'm reminded of something here that, we normally have boot camps, right? What we've seen over the years, to actually prepare, the entrepreneurs for the next phases. So what we've seen is that those that attend the boot camps, 99% of them go through to the finals. That's basically what we're seeing. As well, this time around. So, and the next one is Thokozani Sibeko, Learning and Progress Tracking System. Thank you so much. And next is Mzamiseni Zondo, MK Beach Lockers. Thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. And the next one is Zanele and Eroko. Thank you so much. And the next one is Kujo Alfias Mujaki for Small Water Management System. And last, thank you so much. And last but not least, Clinton Mora, LPG. Actually, this weekend is also representing UNISA at a hackathon in Johannesburg. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. You can email me down. That's the end of the awards. That's the end of the awards. Right. So, as I step off, I just want to request that all the winners at the end, perhaps maybe let's take a group picture. All right. So, over to you.
Don't go too far. Oh, the atmosphere is palpable. It's just so amazing. Imagine, I almost jumped over all those guys. Such great work to be celebrated. Well done, guys. Again, please give them another round of applause. Might be the hunger. Can smell the food. So I think the hunger pangs made me want to even jump the biggest awards of all. It's been really, really, truly amazing being part of this event today, the last day of the festival, and we're looking forward to such amazing things next year, guys. So please, we must make sure that we share. You remember the hashtags? Remember the hashtags? Yeah, we must keep this thing moving because we want to make sure that next year, number one is here in this room, or we'll be where? Are we going to fill up a stadium? Okay, so I hear the food is almost as innovative as today's ideas, and we'll find out soon. But to do the closing remarks, we're actually going to call Mr. Noma up again to do the closing remarks for our UNISA Innovation Festival for 2024. Please enjoy the lunch thereafter. And don't forget, guys, please, you need to come up and take some pictures. We must have proof for everything that has happened here. Mr. Noma, please take it away.
So I heard the record is 3 days, right? So I'm trying to beat that record. You forgive me. It's a personal goal of mine to beat that record. Now I know I'm standing between you and lunch. Oh, no, between you and celebration. All right. Good afternoon, colleagues. As distinguished guests, innovators, students, and partners. I would also say all protocols observed. All right. As we close the UNISA Innovation Festival 2024, it is a great honor to deliver the vote of thanks. This festival has been an inspiring celebration of creativity, leadership, and innovation. And it would not have been possible without the collective efforts of so many individuals and organizations. Firstly, I would want to recognize and thank our distinguished keynote speakers, including Ms. Rapelang Rabana, right, the founder of Rekindle Learning, Dr. Nasipi Moya, the executive mayor of the city of Tshwane, Mr. Lincoln Mali, the CEO of Lisaka Technologies. And of course, just to look at some of the things some of the points that they mentioned, right? You reminded us, for instance, Ms. Rapelang Rabana reminded us that we should watch out for those elevator moments. I don't know whether you remember. If you don't remember, check the recording on Monday. Right. But also the mayor also reminded us that innovation is an imperative. Without innovation, we will not be able to address some of the challenges that we face. Right. And of course, Mr. Mali said a lot of things, and I was excited about a number of things that he was saying. But of course, passion is very important to address issues that really speak to you. And of course, as a leader, you have got to be dissatisfied with the status quo, right? You've got to seek to push the boundaries. And I think for me, that's one of the key lessons that I take. And of course, your insights have challenged us to think differently, and inspired us to lead with purpose in the realm of innovation, right? And of course, to all the participants, to all the students that participated in the student showcase, the crucible pitching sessions, as well as staff members as well, UNISA Innovation Challenge, the exhibitors, your ingenuity and commitment to addressing real-world challenges has been nothing short of inspiring. You are the embodiment of UNISA's vision to shape futures in service of humanity. That is how we look at the work that we are doing. That is how we look at the work of it. When somebody asks us what we are doing, we are shaping futures. When you ask us who do we work for, and of course I've got my principles here, but I work for the people of South Africa. That's what drives the things that we work for. Right. And of course, we're deeply grateful to our partners and collaborators, including various government agencies, industry leaders, and academic institutions. Your support and engagement have strengthened the festival's impact and underscored the importance of partnerships in driving innovation. A special thanks to the colleagues from the city of Tshwane. We've got a very, very good relationship with the city of Tshwane. It's growing. We're beginning, even yesterday, we're thinking of new things to do together. So we're quite excited about that. Right. Department of Science and Innovation, TIA, TUT, and of course we've got colleagues, which I would like to thank as well and recognize, from the Durban University of Technology. They've come to see what we are doing, and of course we truly appreciate. We share freely, we believe that we can learn from you as well, so we grow together, right? So for us, we are building an ecosystem that fosters creativity, advances research, and delivers a meaningful change, right? And of course, to the community, to the UNISA community, students, staff, and alumni, we thank you. By the way, I think it's important to talk about the alumni because we've got a new program, innovation program for the alumni. I apologize. I market a lot, so I'm going to talk about some of the things that we do, at every opportunity that I get. Thank you very much for your unwavering commitment to excellence and innovation. Your contributions are the foundation of our success and the driving force behind our efforts to reclaim Africa's intellectual futures. And of course, all this would not have been possible as well without the support of my principals. Prof. Les Labuskakne, Prof. Tenjiwe Mayiwa, and of course, the principal for their support. I thank you very much for your support, because you never say, do not do this, right? You say, how can we support you? And that for us always inspires us, to actually do more, right? So thank you very much for your support. And of course, let us also give it up to the program director. Isn't she exceptional? She did a great job, program director. Right. And of course, thank you very much, Knox, for being our supporter, and more importantly, for your passion. Really, we share a passion for entrepreneurship and innovation. I know we've done a few things together, and we'll continue to do more. And of course, Mr. Goldstone, where is he? Oh, he's gone. Thank you. Thank you very much to him. I mean, for me, it's like a mirror. He puts up a mirror so that we can see ourselves in the mirror. Some see our quirkiness and our, craziness, So, thank you very much to him, and nonetheless, in his absence here, right? And of course, last but not least, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to my colleagues, whose dedication and meticulous planning ensure the success of this remarkable event. Your vision and hard work, let me face my colleagues now directly. Your vision and hard work, right, have provided us with a platform to exchange ideas, showcase talent, and explore transformative solutions. Right. I would want... Can the colleagues, can they see you? Can we see you? Can we get up, colleagues? All of us, can we get up? Also Matseko, that side. Prof. Shale, Mpo, Doctor. Right. Colleagues, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Without your dedication, we would not have had this kind of successful. Prof? Yeah. Prof. Yeah. And I mean, Prof, the team has worked tirelessly, Prof. Miyo, right? We've had sleepless nights, even before we had the event and throughout the event. And when you send the message at 5, we're busy planning for this event already. That's why I could only respond after finishing the meeting. Right. So as we conclude, this festival, let us carry forward the energy. Oh, please, sorry, colleagues, please. My apologies. My apologies. Thank you so much. My apologies. As we conclude this festival, let us carry forward the energy, the ideas, and connections that have emerged over the past week. Innovation is not a destination, but a journey that requires collaboration, courage, and relentless pursuit of solutions. Let us remain dissatisfied with the status quo. That's how we're going to change, That's how we're going to come to some solutions to some of the challenges that we face. Let us continue to push boundaries, challenge norms, and use the power of knowledge to create a better future for South Africa, Africa, and the world. Once again, thank you to everyone who contributed to making the UNISA Innovation Festival 2024 a resounding success. I can't remember whether somebody said it here or there. There was a person who attended, day one and looked at the program and then said to us, well, what are you going to do next year? We're looking. What are you going to do watching? So, the pressure is on, colleagues, the pressure is on all of us. All right. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best as you continue your journeys of creativity and innovation. Thank you very much.
What a resounding success it has been indeed. I'm sure you guys are going to make sure that you invite everyone next year, ne? Yeah, we are filling up a stadium next year. Isn't that what they say when something is going to be very big? They fill up a whole entire stadium. So to close it off, everybody, it's been an absolute pleasure spending the day with you. I cannot tell you just how much I've enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoyed it too and enjoyed me while you're at it. So I think our food is ready. Please network, nibble. Yes, the photos. Okay, don't eat first. Come take photos first. They don't want you to eat and get full and then you are having all sorts of other ideas about living. Ne? So let's first come up and have all the photos taken, those who need to take photos. That's all the award winners. And then thereafter, I think everyone can, in the interim while everyone is taking pictures, can go and fill up their tummies and enjoy the scrumptious food that's been prepared for you today. Thank you again. It's been amazing. you.